I'm going out here once again, y'all, because it is really pouring down. I mean, it is raining out here, y'all. Oh my goodness. Well, the sky is completely gray, light gray. I don't see any clouds actually, but it just seems like the sky is just gray. And it is pouring down rain. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm turning it every way I know which way to turn. The weatherman did say it. I'll tell you right now, he definitely said this is what was going to happen. But he did say thunder, we may get some thunderstorms, which might be severe thunderstorms. And he also said that, well, later on, you know, the 12 o'clock news, I will listen to the 12 o'clock news. And I think the threat of a severe thunderstorm has passed. But the rain, you know, keeps coming and going. This is another really horrid downpour that I'm out here in right now. With no sleeves on, y'all. I ain't got no sleeves on. Here it is. Here I am with my pajama shirt on again, y'all, because I took a nap, and then got up, forgot what I had on, and put on what I had on yesterday. But that's all right. I'm getting the news to you. And as you can see, it's coming down steadily. But I don't think it's quite coming down quite as hard as it was when I first came out here. Because when I first came out here, it was torrential rain. I mean, a torrential downpour. And I don't know if the mailman came. Saw his mail truck over there. Matter of fact, the mail truck is over here. I think I might be expecting package from Amazon. But you know what, they come by so many different ways. I don't know who's going to bring it. I don't know if it's going to be by the U.S. mail, or it's going to be by UPS, or is it going to be Amazon? And what's the other one? FedEx. So I don't know. And then sometimes, you know, I can be sitting right where I'm sitting right here. And sometimes, most of the time, they will ring the doorbell. You know, they'll let me know. Or either I can hear them when they drop that package off at the door. And by the time I get up and get to that door, they're gone. I don't see no truck. It's like ghosts. You know, they're ghosts. The only thing I can tell you, because I don't see anything, y'all. I don't see anything or anybody when they come. And that's what's her name? So petite sister on there. She's having some kind of issues. I mean, today and yesterday. But that's neither here nor there, y'all, because I'm having issues every day. As a matter of fact, I got an issue with my throat again today. You know, it feels like it's kind of sore. You know, you could hear it every once in a while, that little croak of that frog. So that frog be right here. That's where the frog is, right there. I tell you, I went to sleep and had myself a nap, got up, ate my macaroni salad, and now I am having me some nasty cheese doodle. Nothing, I tell you, nothing tastes right no more. Nothing at all. Except, you know, I bought some grapes the other day. The grapes were like plump, and it's almost as if somebody plumped them up, pumped them up or something. But I tell you the truth, they were good, so I ate them. You can't complain about them. But the oranges, the mandarin oranges, you know, the ones that you buy in the bag, the ones that are not peeled, the real oranges itself, not the ones in the can. Because I got the ones in the can myself right now. I have a whole bunch of them right there in my room, sitting right there, you know, on my little rack my sister gave me. But they are not the same. Oranges are not the same. I guess they don't have nobody to help them farm. And I bought some collard greens from the farmer's market. You know, when they was in the farmer's market, I think they ends in November. Oh, there still might be one more day left, because I got one more voucher. I only got one $3 voucher. And I I had bought some collard greens, and I'm telling you, I never had collard greens taste so terrible. You know, the farmer's market, they're supposed to be good. They look good, but when I cooked them, they were slimy, like slimy, almost like, I don't know, what do you call it, spinach. But spinach is supposed to be sort of like that. But they were more so, they didn't even have as much texture as spinach. They had a slimy, collard greens are not supposed to be like that. And I got one more pack in here that I, frozen because I blanched them. Then I put them in the freezer, put them in the freezer bag, squeeze get as much, water out of them as I can. And then I put them in the freezer bag and put them in the freezer until I'm ready to use them. And those was worst collard greens I had in my life. The first batch. So now I'm going to try this batch to see what's going on with this batch. I probably cook them because I got some meat. Matter of fact, I bought some meat from the grocery store. Not my normal grocery store, another grocery store. Like a smoked meat and sausage and stuff like that. I had to take it back because, when I got it home, the meat was spoiled. I ain't never had to worry about salt pork being spoiled. It take a long time for salt pork to spoil because salt is preservative. We used to use it down south, and when I was born and bred down south, North Carolina, and they used to use salt as a preservative. You put your salt, pack your salt in the meat, and it was fresh. It just stayed good for a long time, and or you smoked it. You smoked it in a smokehouse. And now, I don't know what my daughter, I think it was my daughter that was telling me something was wrong with smoke. Or was that my granddaughter? I don't know about them two. Somebody got something wrong with this and somebody got something wrong with that. And so I'm saying to myself, if y'all find something wrong with everything, what are you going to eat? I guess you're going to have to get out in that backyard and grow your own stuff because, but over here, They don't allow that, for us to grow anything over here. But I got a spot. I got a spot right. See right there where that little, I don't know if I'm pointing it right or not. See right there, in that little dirt part right there? It comes all the way back to the building. And I certainly could plant something right there. Ain't no doubt about it. Because I was tempted to. They don't even want you to plant flowers. But one year, my niece had given me some beautiful flowers. And I did put them out there. I said, if they say anything, they just say something. But they didn't say anything. And they were only like one season. They didn't come up again for the second time. Not that I didn't see them. And I had planted them right out there in the front yard. They were so beautiful. But I do have pictures of them that I took. I think there was about 6. And I put them out there. It looked beautiful out there, too. Which, I mean, my, oh, boy. The people where I rent at, they plant flowers over here. We all have flowers all around. Of course, you've seen the flower tree. And they do have bushes and, stuff like that around here. So we do have flowers. I ain't saying that we don't have any flowers. They just don't want us, the tenants, to be out there planting stuff. But I don't see anything wrong with it. I could have planted some collard greens right there in that little spot. A big long little spot. I could have made tomatoes, which I could plant tomatoes in, what do you call it? A little flower pot. And all I got to do is stake them and let them grow up, something like that. But what I really wanted was plant me some collard greens. You can take the country out the girl out the country, but you can't take the country out the girl. Because I was born and bred down there in 1946. Right after the war, y'all. I'm a baby boomer. I think I'm a baby boomer. Yep. Born right after the war. I guess nobody didn't have nothing else to do except lay around and make babies. Because I think there was a lot of them. Because even when I was in school, there were a lot of kids, down south. Not so much up here. I don't really know too much up here, but because I went to school, I went to ninth grade up here. But when I was down south, we went to like a little grade school, in a little wooden schoolhouse. And I mean, we had to walk what seemed like a long way, And then the teacher would be outside with a bell to ring. What time it is? Shaking the bell, handheld bell like that. And we had to go into the wooden schoolhouse. And in my first grade, when I was in the first grade, the teacher in that particular room had 4 grades in there. She had the first, second, third, fourth. Now, we didn't have kindergarten, pre-K, and all that blah, blah down there. We just started straight off in the first grade. And there was also a stage in that particular classroom, because that classroom, there was 2 classrooms to the whole school. 2. One teacher was in the big classroom, and the other teacher was in the other classroom. Now, that first classroom had grades 1 to 4. That was a big classroom, and that's where the stage was. They had a stage where we used to put on school plays and, just have a night out. It was true country back in the 50s, y'all. I'm talking in the 50s. And we didn't even have electric lights in that school. I mean, they had lanterns, kerosene lanterns all around the walls in the school. Just when we had, when we put on a play. And I was in a lot of plays, because I had that memory. And so, but I remember one play I was in. They gave me a long play that I was in, okay? And I had a lot to talk about in that play. I was the mama of, And I was up there, and I had a friend of mine. She was a daughter. Me and her was the same age, but she was little, compared to me. I was a big girl. Still am a big girl. But she was a little girl. And so she was my daughter in the play, okay? And I'm up there forgetting my lines. I don't know what came over me, but I forgot my lines, and I kept repeating several times what I should have only said once. I was having a bad night that night, y'all. And, we had some good times. These are great memories, if you relive it. It's really great. And like I was saying, there was a lot of kids at my age. We had a lot of girls. Matter of fact, that same teacher that was in that room, her name was Mrs. Gray, and may her soul rest in peace. She used to call us the biddies, her biddies, because there were so many of us. They called us biddies. I think there was about 8 of us, or 7 or 8 girls, which is a lot back there, in that day, to have 8 girls about the same age in that same classroom. They had some boys too. But, the boys were sparse compared to the girls. And then after we went to the 4th grade, we got through doing was it the 3rd grade or the 4th? No, I think it was you know what? I don't remember, but I believe we went to her room up to the 3rd grade, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. I don't remember. And then we would go over there to the other teacher's room, and her classroom went up to the 7th. But I can't remember. I really don't remember if we went up to the 4th grade in Mrs. Gray room, and then Mrs. McMurray, she was the other teacher. She was the principal of a 2-room school and 2 teachers. And the doors were never locked. People were just not as cruel as they are today. We didn't have to worry about that. I used to walk home by myself. As a matter of fact, I walked home one day when I was sick, all by myself. And I told the teacher I was sick, and she let me go home. This is the way they did it back there. You know, she didn't bring me home. One of the teachers had a car, and the other teacher didn't. Mrs. Mac, we call her Mrs. McMurr, but I think her name was McMurran. You know, I realized that today, but back there we used to call her Mrs. McMurr. And so I walked home from school that day. And then there's like a ditch that had water, you know, like a little water trickling down in that ditch. And I was so hot. And I remember taking my shoes off and walking in that ditch because I felt so hot. And that cool, cold water felt good on my feet. And then when I got home, I guess my mother must have been at work. She wasn't home that day. And I'm scared, you know, I was a little girl, so I'm a little nervous and scared about being in the house. But the door was not locked. Ain't nobody locking no door down south. Ain't had no key. It even have keys. I don't remember any keys. And so anyhow, I went in the house and I got 2 pillows. A lot of the pillows back there had feather. They call them feather pillows and stuff. And I got 2 chairs and 2 pillows and put the 2 chairs together and had the pillows out there. And I was like laying out there on the porch. I was on the front porch. Wasn't worried about nobody bothering me. Oh, no. You know, they're just free as a bird to fly in the sky back in that day. You know, you just didn't hear. If you heard about something terrible, it was like once in a while, and everybody would talk about that thing for a long time. But anyhow, that's where I stayed, out there on the porch until the school got out, you know, because my other sisters and brothers, they were still in school. We all went to the same school, in fact. Matter of fact, we went to the same school. And I had my older 2 brothers and my sister and my other brother. They were all in the same room, but I was... First, my younger brother, he was in the room with me. Then he had went over there to the other, you know, classroom for the next year. That's how it used to work, y'all. Used to walk home from school, go to the store. You know, little girl go to the store. By herself, store right down the street. You go down to get you some candy if you had any money or a cookie or whatever. Oh, boy. I got carried away once again, y'all, and I do apologize for carrying on so. I got to charge my phone because my battery's going down. Because I've been videoing. Let me turn this heater off. I'm hot now. I've been videoing about, I think this is about I don't know if it's, I don't remember if it's my 3rd or my 4th video of the day. Might be the 4th. It might be just be the 4th video of the day, y'all. Y'all gonna get tired of me. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day. And I'll see you again soon, probably, I don't know, next week sometime. Have a good day, y'all. And I go with love.